Alright, I'm back. This is fun. This is how you want to spend a Friday night. Alright. Well, we're back. We're in the shop. No Orlando. But way it goes. We're good. It's fine. Let's get this done, shall we? At this point, God knows what these cards are going to say. So, I will be getting rid of these other little flippy videos. We'll just go with this one. China will upload it to YouTube. And I want to say that the biggest part of the week was just the wait. Of course, we know the Queen passed away yesterday. Strange times. A lot of us are really feeling the heaviness, the sporadic energy. One minute it's just exhausting, the next minute it's like you've been shut up with B12. It's phenomenal. And a lot of downloads, a lot of information coming through. More in the way of tools, I think, to help navigate. Kind of things we'll be needing later in life. Hopefully a little while later. It feels like it's coming faster than it needs to. I'm going to try and find the quote. There was a prophecy that talked about when the big fish swim where they never swam before, and alludes to a time where there'd be big changes, part of that. And I think it's Hopi prophecy. And I'm thinking about all these sharks that are all over the place right now. Part of what's bringing the sharks out, from what I understand, is the water heating up, underwater volcanoes. They're going into mating season. That's why it's so aggressive. I don't know. That to me, that doesn't mean that the prophecy isn't correct. One doesn't cancel out the other. The science doesn't cancel out the prophecy. In fact, if anything, I think it validates. All right. So, they're shuffled up. Let's see who's commenting. Hello, Chase. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for your call. I'm going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking. I hope it was Jennifer. I hope I'm that kind of crazy tired. Looking at maybe doing a different free streaming service, which I would really appreciate that. Thank you for the phone call. Hey, Faith. How are you? All right. So, does anybody have any comments? Does anybody have any questions? Is there anything? We talked briefly about Mercury retrograde. We talked a little bit about other stuff going on. Was there any questions? Was there anything that any of you wanted to ask or talk about before I start reading cards? And we're going to start with Pisces. I know we ended with Pisces last week, so we usually go in reverse, so people that want to go to bed a little earlier can do that with every other week. Hey, Lynette, how are you? All right. I hope you're all doing good. Okay. Chiz, if it's about, what's your question? This is a good time to ask before I start reading cards. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, too. Hey, Bertzellis, how are you? It's been a while. All right, all kinds of people are up here. Great. Well, good. Some new friends and some old friends. All right. Good. I'm glad you're good. I am very glad. Well, okay, so I'm going to answer two questions. Jennifer is asking, how do you even out your spiritual gifts and tend to the family and do normal day-to-day life? That is important to answer. First of all, you got to have balance. When people talk about wanting to do readings all day long, that is ridiculous. It's like doing Reiki all day long or massage all day long, or there's nothing is good all day long. You've got to have balance. So how do I balance it? Well, I make sure that I get outside. I love to garden. Love my animals. I do the math Numbers are really, different right brain, left brain stuff. So I do my own taxes. I do my, the bank every week. I, the pricing and the numbers game. The kids keep me grounded. I'm busy with them, although my kids are grown. My youngest just turned 18. He's off to college. I don't want to, that's been a big part of my life this past month or two. Huge part of my life, actually. Daisy's home with me, so that's been fun and good. But yeah, that's how you stay balanced. Is you don't do any one thing to exclusion. Meditation. I just talked to someone about meditation earlier today. People get that wrong too. Meditation, really important. Really important. You've got to be able to clear, calm, and center yourself. That's before you do magic, before you do energy work. You've got to be able to clear, calm, and center. Clear your mind, ground yourself, calm to receive messages. And meditation is key to that. Because if you can't calm your mind down for a 15-minute meditation session, how the hell are you going to do it for a half-hour or hour-long reading or mediumship or whatever it is you're trying to do? What I told this person, meditation, 15 minutes at a time. The key is it has to be the same time every day. Pick your time. You should not fall asleep during meditation. You should be sitting up, not laying down. It's not meant to be a sleep aid, okay? You actually should be alert through your meditation and receiving messages if they're going to come through. Go on YouTube. I used to carry CDs, and that's just silly now because there's just so much material for free. Go on YouTube, search 15-minute chakra clearing meditation. You're going to pull up roughly 200,000 videos. Go through them. Start listening. Obviously, the ones at the top are the more popular ones. See what they say. It really is the voice. I like a low masculine voice through my meditations. Other people, feminine, higher voice. Listen to it if it makes sense to you. Same video, same meditation, same time every day. Takes 10 days for something to become a habit. After 10 days of doing your 15-minute meditation, no interruptions, make sure no one's going to bother you in your room, everything off except whatever's streaming your video or your sound, you're going to find that your body and your mind start to prepare for meditation. It's like when you get hungry before you eat. If you eat the same time every day, you'll get hungry like 15, 20 minutes beforehand. Well, 15, 20 minutes beforehand, you'll start actually decompressing. All right? And you can up that to 20 minutes, half an hour, eventually, but start with 15, because 15 is doable. And that's a big part of it, too. I happen to like walking meditations when I'm walking, kind of clearing my mind, and the Japanese have perfected that. That's actually an art form in Japan, the walking meditation. But that's really a big deal. Making sure that you do things in bite-sized increments. And this is just not a good angle, is it? That's even better. I am doing well today, aren't I? Wow. I just don't like that looking at me that way. Okay. I don't like that either, though. Okay, better. That's better. I'm umming a lot. That's not a good sign. And I'm going to drop the phone a few more times, too. Okay, we're going to put that down here, and we're going to say to hell with it. Okay? Sorry, guys. It really has been one of those days, man. So let me see what else is going on here. I know there's another question here. Okay, looking for balance. Yay, Barbara! Okay. I'm looking at sabotage. Okay. Well, I guess my first question would be, do you have anyone in particular that you think would want to hold you back, or is it just in a general feeling? I always suggested a salt bath. If you really feel like someone is just sending nasty stuff your way, start with a salt bath. Spiritual bath, you go in clean, take a shower, wash your hair, clean yourself, wipe down the tub, fill the tub, a good 3-4 handfuls of salt, and 1 cap full. I mean that little tiny cap at the top, a cap full of ammonia. from a bottle you've not used to clean with. Keep your cleaning supplies and your magical supplies separate, okay? So keep that for cleansing and not for household cleaning. But 1 capful of ammonia in that nice full tub, it's not going to affect you. You're not going to, but it's going to do the job. Take a bath, get in the tub, soak, submerge yourself backwards 3 times. Go back into the water. 1, 2, 3, hair wet. Sit there for a few minutes, relax, and when you let the water out, stay in the tub. Don't leave the tub. Let the water go down the drain. Let it drain off of you. Get out. If you can air dry, that's perfect. If you can't, just pat yourself off, pat off your hair. Do not rinse. You should feel so much lighter. That's one thing you can do. If you suspect someone is sending energy your way, working with mirrors to bounce it back, return to sender. I personally like working with a black candle. I usually turn it upside down. I carve the bottom of it out, carve the bottom of the candle, and so you expose the wick. You're going to burn it reverse. I would plop it in a pot with some graveyard dirt and sand, light it with a mirror in front of it, picture wherever the negative energy is coming from. If you suspect it's a person, see that person's face. So there's a mirror, there's the candle, and here's you. While the candle is burning, visualize that energy going back to sender. Something that Pina, and I wrote the newsletter about Pina, or a bit about the newsletter with Pina, is she likes to say, I appreciate these gifts you are offering me. However, I have no need for them, and so I am returning them to you. Let the candle burn down. At the very end, when it's barely there, and you want to meditate with this candle, okay, really see this reversing, the energy just being pushed back to wherever it's coming, return to sender. Take a deep breath. Again, visualize this just being completely obliterated. Just, it's gone, it's done. Blow the candle out, and that's done. Okay, so that's one way to do a return to sender. It's a fairly benign way. There's no karmic kickback, no attachment, and that should help. How does the retrograde affect spell work in everyday life? Well, it depends. If you've got Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, you're going to work with retrograde energy very well. It's going to be very natural to you. In your natal chart, you're going to see where the planets are when you were born, whether they were retrograde or whether they were moving forward. Okay? And that's a big deal too. So again, you really want to read through things more than once. Review. Is this something you really need to do? Ask yourself. Is this something, now again, the return to sender thing, I would do that. The retrograde wouldn't affect me for that. I wouldn't feel any negating energy there with that. Okay? But I love working with mirrors because it's just returning it to wherever it's coming from. I'm not a big curse person. I know they exist. I know they can be done. You really have to be a skilled practitioner, and unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunately, there's not that many skilled practitioners out there. They have to really hate you. You have to really have done something to them for them to want to put that kind of energy on you. And a lot of the hacks that people are paying to do that kind of work, they don't know what they're doing. And so I'm kind of, take a deep breath on that one. Before I suspect someone's cursing you, the familial curses, all of that, do a mirror, do a salt bath, see if you don't feel better, okay? Sorry, Jennifer, yes, meditation is key. I don't care, it's really important. Erica, yes, mirrors in the window are really great. And I'll tell you, even in the shop, I have a mirror, little mirror, can't even see it, but it's facing the outside. When people drive by my shop, if they're like, oh my God, I love that shop, I can't wait to go there, I want back at you. I love you too, I want you here. I don't do any magic to pull people in. I don't want anyone here who doesn't want to be here. If this isn't your thing, don't make it your thing. Okay? So the magic happens once you're in the shop. I don't pull anyone in. I don't run sales, specials, Don't advertise, nothing, okay? However, if you're driving by my shop and you're like, I hate shops like that, they're all con artists, wish it would burn down, I can't stand it, well, you know what? That can go back with you too, all right? Pina's words are very wise. Your gifts you're offering are not appreciated. You can take them back with you. And really practice that. Just know. Practice negating energy. A lot of people have piss poor boundaries. I'm seeing that more and more in my readings. Work on your boundaries. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not accepting that. That's not okay. And say it out loud. Use your black salt. Make boundaries. Literally make boundaries around your cubicle, around your door. You should have salt across your doorway. Boundaries and wards are really important. WARDS. Do some Google searching. Do some reading on this, okay? Wards are key. Once you cleanse and clear with your sage or whatever you're using, your dragon's blood, your frankincense, your drumming, whatever you're doing to keep your place clear, you want wards set up at the doors, the windows, so that these things don't come back in. They should be intimidated and afraid to come back in. Good. Okay. So if there's always a ringleader to every group. That's one thing I can tell you. People argue with me, and I'm like, really think harder. There's always a ringleader. That's your target. I've had a few things like that happen with my clients, and there's always one ringleader, and that's the one you're going to target, and that's the right word for it, energetically. Put them in a mirror. Actually, lock them in a mirror or a mirror box. Look it up on Google. There's great sites out there. And everyone's like, well, there's all this different stuff. Not really. Look up witchcraft mirror box and look for what they have in common. If you're looking to, let's say, put together, and I'm always saying make your own oils. Let's say you want to do a protection oil. If you Google recipe for magical protection oil, you're going to pull these different recipes up. What do they have in common? Usually there's frankincense in them. Usually there's some dragon's blood in them. What do they have in common? And you might, and then do your research. Why is frankincense in protection oil? Why would you put dragon's blood? What is your carrier going to be? And that's how you learn, guys. If someone hands you the answers to everything, that's not helping you. And the internet is a resource. You just don't take it for face value. Now you got to dig deeper. Okay, so here's the recipe. Why are these ingredients? Why are these? What makes this magical? How do these things work well together? Like reading tarot. The book teaches you tarot. But as you're reading tarot, you realize the meanings change and depending on what they're laying next to. That's Tarot 102, 103. That's advanced level tarot. Way beyond what the little booklet that comes with the deck, and way beyond just learning the face value of the cards. But just like with meditation, you can't really do magic till you clear, calm, center your mind. You can't read tarot till you learn the deck. You have to learn the meaning of the cards. And then how they shift and change, that'll come afterwards. Mirror box, it's not overwhelming. If you do it, I'm sorry, I'm not crediting, that was not, wow, I have really been sounding very harsh. I want to apologize, okay? I didn't mean it like that. It's not that it's a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn, okay? Hey, Dawn, how are ya? But what it is, Lynette, is if you do it based on your need. So let's say you have someone in the house who has anxiety, all right? One of your kids has a lot of anxiety. Make that your first study. Like, take care of your own first. Magical, oils, stones, herbs, the woods. What plants can you bring in the house that help negate energy like that? And they do. The house plants can help. What animals help? People talk about bringing in abundance. Have you thought about setting up a tank with some goldfish? That is old feng shui energy, but goldfish in a tank, healthy goldfish, healthy, clean tank. It can't be a dirty, gross tank. But happy goldfish, they bring in a wonderful energy of wealth and you want energy around your money. That's why goldfish and living creatures and plants, the money plants, the jade plants, why they help out. And you put money, literal cash money around their pot. that's ways you want to layer it on, like you layer on the perfume, the cologne, the powder, the way you do scent. Same thing with your magic. You want to make it multi-layered. If you're doing protection, you want to look at, again, warding, personal protection, personal, protecting your heart chakra. I talk about that all the time. This space where you pledge allegiance. This is your heart chakra. This is where you take your psychic hits. A stone, a cross if you're a Christian, a pentacle if you're a pagan, or a dark stone. Mongolian shaman wear a plate here, okay, to protect this area. It's been around for thousands of years that this has been something you protect. Roman soldiers put carnelians in their shields, but again, where do you hold the shield? Right here, above the heart chakra. Of course, it's your most vulnerable point, or one of your most vulnerable points. And then expand out from that. Now you want to protect your sleeping area. A glass of water next to your bed while you're sleeping. Attract the negative energies into the water. See if it's bubbling. This is all stuff I talk about in my protection and salt bath and warding papers that I send out. But a simple thing for your children is a glass of plain water and a plain glass. Not plastic, glass. Let them fill it up at the kitchen sink. Put it next to the bed. See in the morning if there's bubbles. If it's full of bubbles, and I've seen it like 7-Up, bring it outside, away from the house, throw it away, wait till that night, again, fill it up again. But it helps to keep the energies away from you while you're sleeping. Some of my readers, I've actually, Pina's one of them, actually I learned it from Pina. You put a glass of water on the table, and if there's negative energy coming from that person across, it's going to go in the glass of water. It's why so many of us will get visions and visions and visitations while we're in the bathroom, while we're in the shower, sometimes while we're sitting on the toilet, because there's running water there. Running water attracts it. It's also why we put our witch balls above our kitchen sink sometimes, because again, that running water attracts energies, good and bad. So, you want to be dealing with both of those. Not every energy is a bad energy. Not every ghost, not every spirit. That's one of the things that I parted company with the Warrens. Every entity, every ghost, they all need to go. They just were. Well, I don't really believe that. In fact, in England, they're quite affectionate with their ghosts, and they're welcome to stay as long as they like. And some of them have haunted places for hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm not saying you have to do that, and there are ways to help someone cross over, and sometimes we need to do that. But I don't think that every energy that walks through the house or walks through the shop is a bad energy. It can just be someone who found themselves on the other side of the veil, someone who's just stopping in for a quick visit. You can do that. And, the animals do it too. And get used to it, because it's happening more and more, and lots and lots. Okay, Peggy, how are you? Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about the witch burrs. I can't, what tree do those come from? I can't think of the name of the tree. And I used to have them around me, and I haven't found them in so long. They're these they got holes and these little burrs in them, but they're extremely protective, and you can put them around, and they work so well. Sweet gum, thank you, the sweet gum trees. So if you have a sweet gum around, collect you some of the burrs there. The other thing is acorns. If we're I don't know sure what our crop is going to be like this year with the drought, but collect acorns, and we'll talk about that later. But okay, well, I have a recommended reading list, and I should probably share that too. I think I'll post it up, okay, so we can look at that. Just some basic books. If you want to learn, I'll tell you one of the great resources to learn from. Go on YouTube, look up Laurie Cabot Store. Laurie, Laurie, Cabot, Cabot, Shop. Laurie Cabot Shop. She made a series of 10-minute, 12-minute videos. They're wonderful videos. She is the first witch of Salem. She's the first to open a shop there. She put Salem on the map. Her videos are gold. You want to learn like I'm talking right now, only she is so much more articulate, amazing. She made them quite a while ago. I want to say probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. She's in a wheelchair now. She's getting older. Still teaching, still crafting. Still very much Queen Witch of Salem there. But she, those videos are just wonderful, on gemstones, on the oils, on incense, on how do you know you're a witch, becoming a witch, witches in politics, just these brilliant, brilliant videos. So I really, if you want to learn, if you want a great resource, please start there. I do have some books I recommend, both on witchcraft and other things that just apply to us. The Way of the Shaman by Michael Harner. Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss, a classic book on reincarnation and past life regression. Wonderful book. Oh, good for you. Ansonia Nature Center had them? Oh my God. All right. Keep your acorns. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Lori Cabot from Salem, Mass. Absolutely. Salt wards are holding up. I love hearing that. But you know, it's great stuff to learn about, and it's wonderful, and kids love it. Your family, you know, it's children take to it like ducks to water. It's amazing. And these children that are coming in after 1994, 93, 94, this new wave of kids, and then again after the 2000s, they're coming in attuned. They're coming in speaking in tongues. They come in, they come to the stones. I watch them, and they're just picking out the stones, and they already know what they're for. It's phenomenal. I had a little girl in the shop. It's been a while. Her sister was quite autistic, and the father was holding the little girl and taking her around, and her baby sister, and then she was talking to me. She was maybe 7 years old, and we were talking, and she said, "So, are you a vegetarian?" And I said, "You know, I try to limit how much meat I eat, but I have to tell you I'm not a vegetarian." And she said, "Well, I want to be a vegetarian, but my doctor says it's not healthy because I'm so little, I need to eat red meat." And I said, "You know, I've got 2 daughters, and I heard the same thing, that's part of, you need that protein and iron while you're growing up." But she says, "You know, I want to be a vegetarian because were you aware that when they kill animals for meat, that the emotions the animals feel go into the meat, and then you bring those into your body while you're eating?" And I said, "I was aware of it. I'm a little surprised to hear you aware of it at 8 years old. I know a lot of grown-ups who don't realize that." And so we had this wonderful conversation. She was 8, and she was speaking as articulately and as clearly as any 35 or 40-year-old that I could ever have a conversation with. Wonderful experience. And it is true, just for the record, when animals die in terror, and it's not necessary that has to be part of that process, but when they die in that factory system, yeah, that's in the meat. That's actually energetically already making that toxic. So, not great, and not a path I want to go down right now. But I just wanted to share with you how advanced these kids are coming in. Just amazing. In my newsletter, I talk a little bit about things that Roy was talking about as a little boy. That's one of the reasons why I shared that newsletter, because it's one of the few that I talk about my kids. My kids have asked me not to do that, not to bring them in social media, not to talk about their personal lives, and I have to honor that, and honestly, I respect that. I don't know that I would like it myself if my mom was talking and sharing, and it needs to stay personal. What's in the home that needs to stay personal. So I do share some, but I don't share a lot. I always say I went through a divorce some years ago, and no one even knew on Facebook or social media that I was going through it. So trust me, everyone does not have to know your business on Facebook. That is not necessary. So if we're done talking, and like I said, and Janice, please remind me, I need to do a video where we go over the astro.com, and we can look at how each of our individual natal charts are impacted by, say, Mercury retrograde, based on what house Mercury retrograde is going through, how the full moon is affecting you, what house, what to expect from that. There's a lot we can do with that, and it's much more than just, oh, Mercury retrograde, or oh, it's a full moon. But where is that full moon hitting? Which house? Because every house of the 12 houses affects a different part of life. So, you know, in my case, interestingly enough, my Pisces is in the 8th house. So it's going to be hitting that. And I said This full moon is great for divination, and, well, that's the 8th house stuff. That's one of the heavy houses. But so where is your Pisces? What house is Pisces in? And that's where you're going to feel this full moon. All right? Okay. Let's throw some cards, and we are going to start with Pisces. Okay? So again, this is a 6-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first card is the situation. The next 2 cards are what are directly impacting the situation. And the final 3 cards are the potential outcomes. Obviously, not every Pisces is dealing with an issue around work. Not every Leo is having relationship problems, blah, blah, blah. But very often when I'm doing readings, what people sit down and they talk about or they're thinking about is something affecting one of their children or their husband or their brother or sister. Ask yourself if what is being talked about in the reading for your sign might be a message for someone that you're very concerned about. And those things come up front and center. If you're worried about one of your kids, I assure you that's going to be the first thing that shows up here. It should be the first thing if you're a good parent, if you're worried about one of your kids. Anyway, so don't be surprised if the reading might just apply if that is something you are preoccupied with. I'm not trying to cop out and make it a one-size-fits-all. It's not. It couldn't be. But there should be some kernel of wisdom, I hope, that you're taking with you. All right, Pisces. And the other thing is I try to read to teach. So I'm going to tell you the cards I'm pulling so you can lay these out for yourself. I'm telling you how I interpret them. See how you interpret the 6 cards. So the first card up is the Strength card. The next 2 cards are the Page of Pentacles and Justice. And then the last 3 cards are the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Swords reversed, and the 10 of Cups. This is a wonderful spread of cards. Really good cards for Pisces. Strength is strength. I mean, just obviously physical strength, strength of mind, strength of body, health, wonderful stuff. Page of Pentacles, news of money coming in, and the Justice card, signing contracts, legal issues going your way. Good stuff, all right? The 6 of Swords is advancement, promotion, moving forward aggressively. The 9 of Swords, anxiety, but nothing that can't be dealt with. Okay, it's the 9 of Swords reversed. The 9 of Swords upright, a terrible card, because the sword cards usually are. Sword cards are usually problems and illnesses. And so the 9 of Swords, upright, is a card of mourning. It's a card of what have I done. It can be a miscarriage card. It can be an abortion card. What have I done? There was no choice. I had no choice. But it's reversed. It's not what have I done. It's I can handle this. This is hard. I can handle it. Okay? And then we look at the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups, which is a great card here. This is our deck. This is the Talisman and Cauldron Tarot that I'm showing you. But it is a happy at home. Things are happy at home, moving forward, good health, money's coming in. Is there anxiety? Yeah, there's anxiety, but nothing you can't handle. These are great cards for Pisces. I hope that my fellow Pisceans out there are using the strength of mind and body and health to boldly make choices. This is a good time to ask for a raise, for example, to say, I'm building the business, I'm going to take a leap. Yeah, Mercury retrograde, yeah, you know what? Go blow. I don't care. Move forward. That's what these cards are saying. And it looks like you even have the support of a happy home, hopefully, or there's something about home that's actually lending energy to this in a very positive way. All right? Yay, Barbara. Barbara's story is amazing. I know she's saying, I think I'm finally alive. That's because they've had her as a dead person. You feel free to comment, Barbara, if you want to, because you're commenting and people are going to be wondering if I'm talking to someone in spirit or something. But she's not getting ready to cross over. She's just going to be alive again in the eyes of the law. 2.5 years to prove that she's alive. A crazy story. So, good for you, Barbara. Dear God. Okay, Aquarius. I have some coffee. I'm getting... Come on, really? It's so weird not to have Orlando fly in here. Okay, Aquarius. We start off with the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman reversed, and the Two of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands, Death reversed, Fool reversed. Yeesh. Okay, well, while we see Pisces moving forward boldly, with strength, with initiative, with drive, we're looking at Aquarius also wanting to move forward. You know, the wheel, good luck. But in this case, Aquarius looks like it's saying, what needs to end here? The Hangman reversed. What am I wasting my time on? Okay? The Two of Swords reversed. Rock in a hard place, reversed. Choosing rock or hard place. Queen of Wands, hardworking. Yes, hardworking Aquarius. Friendly. That's usually a catchphrase for every Aquarius. Friendly. They like to work. They're well liked at work. They are team players. Aquarius rules the 11th house of humanity, work by committee, groups like Greenpeace and, oh my gosh, the projects where they build houses for people. I can't think of the name, but that's all Aquarius stuff. Okay, so is revolution. However, that's also an Aquarius thing. Revolution, and because if it's not fair for everybody, then it's got to change. In this case, Aquarius is saying, is it fair to me? Am I wasting my time? I think I am. Death reverse, I'm going to end this. The Fool reversed, I'm not moving forward. I'm not throwing more energy at something when it clearly doesn't merit it. So I want to say Aquarius, a little different than Pisces, is looking at a situation like, putting a lot of energy into something that's not paying off. It doesn't feel like it's a person. It could be a relationship. It could be what the energy you're putting into a relationship. And again, your energy's fine. Aquarius, no red flags on you. Habitat for Humanity. Thank you, Elizabeth. One more card. Yeah. Yep. Ten of Pentacles. Yep. Your home is secure. Your energy is good. Your work ethic is fine. It's just a matter of, you always say, throwing good money after bad. You don't just keep throwing money in a situation or energy in a situation. If it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. Time to make a change. Okay? So. All right, Capricorn. Okay, not that different than Aquarius. Now, one thing we talk about, and when you study astrology, you hear the word conjunct a lot. So conjunct means next to. So Aquarius and Capricorn are conjunct on the wheel. Right? It goes Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Often when signs are conjunct, you find that their readings are similar but different. But there's common threads usually with the signs that are next to each other. So here we see Capricorn, the Devil reversed, first card up. Then we have the Four of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Seven of Swords. So, Devil reversed is walking away, leaving, cutting out anything that is toxic. That wasn't a word I used for Aquarius. It's a word I'm using for Capricorn. Leaving something toxic behind, breaking a bad habit. The devil could be a person, a habit, a place. But again, this isn't healthy for me, and recognizing this isn't healthy for me. Why do I say that? Because right next to it is the Four of Cups reversed. Four of Cups upright is, what do I want? What do I want? But when it's reversed, it's saying, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I deserve. I know exactly what I'm looking for. Queen of Pentacles reversed, this is Capricorn, of course. Capricorn always wants to look at the bottom line, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles reversed is saying, what's the bottom line here? Financially, is this even worth it? If I was going to say anything with this, it looks like it's a depressing situation, Queen of Cups reversed. depression, sadness, hard work, paying off, but the Seven of Swords, which is literally take what you can and save yourself, right? This looks to me like Capricorn is thinking of leaving a job or a workplace that's become toxic. There's better places to be, better financial places to be. Could it be a relationship? It could be, if it's become toxic. But again, there's some component where financially it's going better. Being out versus being in. And even though we think about relationships and you think, oh, you're losing a roommate or you're losing something, that's not always the case. In fact, that's often not the case. Sometimes leaving a bad relationship, leaving a bad job, you actually are left in better financial shape, okay? Okay. So Capricorn, if you're thinking of leaving, I don't see a risk there. I think it might be more about saving yourself. All right. So Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the Three of Swords reversed. Again, those sword cards reversed makes them, I want to say it makes them better. It'll make them better. Makes them easier. Okay? Three of Swords upright, terrible card. It's a card of emotional pain, heartbreak, literally stabbed in the heart, right? But it's reversed. So you can negate that to anxiety, okay? Anxiety. What do I see? The Eight of Pentacles, the King of Swords reversed, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So there's anxiety. And it looks as though Sagittarius is getting really cerebral. That is to say, burying themselves in study, books, activities. I say activities because wand cards are busy cards, and Sagittarius is usually a busy sign. But the King of Swords reversed, it can be a man who's a bully, but it also can be my way or the highway. It can also be, this is how it has to be, and you got to run with it. So the Chariot has you moving forward. I love the Chariot. The Ten of Wands is pressure. A lot of pressure to succeed. And the Eight of Wands is quick decisions. Putting it together, feels like being squeezed. That Ten of Wands is pressure being put on you. I would almost put this onto a work situation. Work smarter, not harder. Pressure's on. Hey, you guys are time. Like hearing, you know what? You don't have all the time in the world to get this done. There's the anxiety. There's the King of Swords. Time deadline, right? There's a time deadline here. Study, get it done. Finding new ways of doing old things more efficiently and better. Look, and that's a very Sagittarius thing, by the way. Revamping systems that no longer work. Very Sag. Work smarter, not harder is a very Sag expression. Moving forward, quick decisions, but they're all about creativity. They're all about negating pressure, negating anxiety. And how do you do that? You study, work. Research. New ways of doing old things that are outdated or not working for you anymore. Hence the anxiety. It's not working for me anymore. I physically can't do this anymore. What's a new way of handling it? You know? King of Swords is not my favorite card, but you can almost look at it like a Marine drill sergeant. You know, let's go, private, let's move it. Don't have all day. Wake up, get going. It's that kick in the ass card. And I'm saying it for this spread because there was nothing around it to suggest violence or abuse. More like just being driven hard by pressure, time, and it's time to get this done. A good example would be winter's coming. And if you were living in the country, you would need to get your wood chopped. If you couldn't get it done yourself, you had to find a new way of either chopping it faster, getting it in, because once winter gets here, getting deliveries of wood become very difficult, like let's say in the backwoods country roads. That's the sort of thing I'm looking at. Just new ways of doing things, expediting workloads, making things go faster. All right. Scorpio. The Hierophant reversed. The Six of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Moon, the Magician reversed, the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is one card of all the sword cards that isn't a bad card. Bad. Negative. Difficult. Testing. Trying. It's actually a card of respite after hard work. This is actually a coffin or a sarcophagus, but it's you've done well. Rest. And that's the last card. So the Hierophant reversed is doing things in a unusual way, breaking with tradition, career changes. There would be a significant change. Travel. The Six of Swords is usually travel, relocation. Two of Wands is as an offer that comes out of nowhere. Scorpio, I wouldn't be surprised if you or a loved one was to get an offer to relocate for a new job. Okay, that's one thing. It would be out of the blue and very, very unusual. Like, oh my God, unconventional. How unconventional. Didn't think I could do that. Didn't think I'd be up for that job or that promotion. Oh my God, well, here it is. Oh yeah, by the way, it's on the other side of the country. Okay, oh, by the way, there's travel involved. The Moon. The Magician reversed, and the Four of Swords. The Moon and the Magician next to each other. It's funny. There's three major Arcana cards right here: the Hierophant, the Moon, and the Magician. I'm going to say you're not sure you can do the job. The Magician reverse suggests that maybe you don't think you have the skills or the abilities to do it, and the Moon is saying, wait and see. Okay? That's how I'm going to read these cards, because it's next to this Four of Swords. It's telling me that rest, relax, the hard part's over, you've got this. Yeah. It looks like an offer that like the Two of Wands is usually that, hey, are you busy? Can you come work for me? Or are you looking? Or I heard you're looking. We have a position for you. But it seems to be attached to travel or relocation. Nothing you can't handle. All right? Don't turn it down because you think you can't do it. Because I think you can. All right? And Libra. And my God, there's been so many Libras in the store. Libra, you guys have been getting hammered. I will say that. All right, Libra. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. Three of Wands reversed. And the World. Wow. Oy vey. The way I read these cards would be to say, God. I'm sorry, Chase. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Is it Chase? Am I saying it right? No, it's not Chaz. I think it's Chase. I hope. I apologize if I'm not saying it correctly. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Knight of Swords. Wow, it's. Thank you for letting me know. Man. It's like stuck in place and really not enjoying it. Like there's no joy or happiness, and the hits keep coming. The Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is bringing in. It can be bringing in information, but in this case, with the Three of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed. I hate the Queen of Swords reversed here. It's just, it does look a lot to me like a custody issue with a female who's really nasty, manipulative, vindictive, These cards right here speak to me of custody issue. Pages are often children, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, and this is someone making it difficult just to make it difficult, just to make sure it doesn't move forward. And I gotta tell you, I'm hearing a lot of that, where it's just, they don't care what they have to do, accusations of the worst kind, anything to win. And if it means the kids have to be, part of that, oh well, they're just pawns to this person. It could be a stepmother, it could be a mother-in-law, but it's a female that's actually moving this along. So if you don't have children, I'm still seeing this sense of, man, it just keeps coming. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I can't move away from it. And you know what it is? In this case, the world would say everything has to change. There is no, it's like trying to clean a hoarder's house with a single garbage bag and a roll of paper towels and some Windex. Okay? If you've ever seen a hoarder's home, that would be like, so looking at these cards, you just can't change one little thing. Everything's got to change. The world. Sometimes, not always, but often, when the hits keep coming, feels like you're under attack. You're not under attack so much as the universal divine is actually trying to move you. And you've convinced yourself that you can't move, you can't change, so they make it so unbearable because they're trying to crowbar you out of the rut you have decided to cement yourself into, and they don't want you there. They want you over there where you'll be happy and successful, but you are too afraid to leave the comfort zone that's becoming increasingly uncomfortable. So I'm going to see it one of those two ways. One is, if it's a divorce situation, it will end. And I want to say it's going to end before the end of the year. Okay? If you're dealing with divorce and custody, looks like it's getting very acrimonious. This too shall pass. Okay? I'm going to throw one more card on that idea. Page of Swords reversed. Less said the better. If she's attacking you, if you've got someone attacking you, don't attack back with the children. Okay? Page of Swords reversed. Keep it away from the kids. And it's really hard when someone isn't doing that. Okay? When someone is saying nasty things, and you want to say, oh yeah, well, let me tell you about your mother, or let me tell you about, but you don't. You don't do that, okay? If this is about your own personal work-life situation, and I've got a dear Libra friend who needs to move to Florida, just needs to go to Florida and get away from the cold, the winter, and that's what the world, a new lifestyle, a new way of living. For a lot of Libras, that's what's going to fix things. If you can't meet someone, if nothing is panning out, everyone you meet, it's like, no, it's because you're in the wrong place. It's time to think about a new lifestyle, a new way of living, a new place to go. I'm not saying you're doing it. There's nothing to suggest you're moving in the next couple of weeks. If it's a divorce situation, I do say that with that world card there, it would say things are going to come to a conclusion, and not necessarily a bad one either. But I want to also say that if it's a personal situation, you're probably going to live with it for a little bit longer, but start thinking of where you'd want to go. Don't worry about if you can go. Where would you want to go? All right? And research it. Let's say it's Texas. It's oh God. Every city in Texas left my Houston, Texas. I want to be in Houston, Texas. Well, you know what? Go on Zillow. Start pulling up real estate. Start looking at the police blotter. What's the crime area like? What's the taxes like? Do that. The more you pay attention, the more you research and look into Houston, Texas, the more they're going to take notice and say, oh, energy flows where your attention goes. Pay attention to that. All of a sudden there's a burst of energy going towards it. And if it's going to be the wrong idea for you, you're going to figure that out real quick, okay? Yes, Jekyll and Hyde is a new life. We're hoping not to go there, though, okay? All right. Libra, Virgo. Virgo. We start off with the Knight of Cups reversed. And we move into the Emperor and the Two of Cups. Sun reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, and the Two of Pentacles. Oof. Now, these cards make me think of two people facing down, like Libra is facing as alone. This is Virgo as part of a team, friends, relationship, whatever it is. You're not in it alone, Virgo. However, financially, it looks like there's some juggling of money. I'm a little concerned about short-term financial security in your work and investments. You might want to revisit where you're putting your money. Knight of Cups reversed. One more card just to try and make sense of this. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. There could be some short-term problems in the money flow of a business. That's one thing that, someone's not being paid, someone's not paying the bills, someone's not, if invoices don't get paid, there's no money coming back to the company, right? Anyone who has their own business knows about that. So there's some money juggling going on. I want to say this is a business, though. I want to say this is a business, and I think there's more than one person involved in it. And the other thing is, as the money troubles grow, if it's not dealt with properly, and Virgo is an earth sign, I see you wanting to do it less and less. I see you wanting to be teamed. I see like your affection or your love for doing this. Again, Virgo expects to be appreciated, and the way you appreciate a Virgo is you pay them. Okay, Virgo wants to get paid. So, as someone says, by saying, I'm not paying you, I can't pay you, oh, your paycheck's going to be late, that's like saying, I don't want you working here anymore. That's how that translates to the average Virgo. You can't pay me? No, you obviously don't value me. If you don't value me, I don't want to be here. All right? This is nothing financial failure. This is about a business that maybe isn't doing what it needs to be doing. Still, there's no sense of not working. There's money juggling. But I also want to say Virgo is looking at this with an eye to, all right, if it's not going to pay off, how badly do I want to do it? All right? If my partner can't do their end of it, do I want to be partnered in a business? Those are just questions, okay? It's funny because I just saw on Facebook earlier, just scrolling quick, someone on Facebook, one of my friends, had posted that for the second week in a row, her company didn't put her paycheck in direct deposit, and they were informed by the president of the company that paychecks would be late again. And she's like, this is unacceptable because I don't have the gas money without a paycheck in my without a paycheck in my bank account, I can't buy gas to get to work on Monday. So telling me that it'll be in on Monday isn't helping me at all. That's kind of what that Virgo energy there is like. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't going to work. Okay, Leo. King of Cups reversed. High Priestess reversed. 10 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles reversed. 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords reversed. Oof. Don't love these cards, okay, for Leo. Cards, first of all, are saying keep your guard up. I suspect, my sister-in-law Kim used to have a saying, and she used to say, they're underdogs for a reason. I always say, I want to root for the underdog. And she's like, nope, they're underdogs for a reason, Laura. And I'm going to explain that applies here. To me, this is like Leo wanting to help a friend, wanting to help a partner. King of Cups reversed, someone down on their luck. But it looks like it's down on their luck, but it's their own fault. Okay? And Leo, you're ignoring your intuition here because it looks like you might be tempted to enable. Hey, Janet. There's some sense of enabling here, Leo, against your own better judgment. All right? And the cards are saying don't do that. The cards are saying keep your guard up. The cards are saying don't say anything. Don't be quick to offer help. Don't be quick to save or jump in. Let this individual let go of some bad habits. And I'm going to say it's not just depression or anxiety. It looks like it's brought on by some bad behavior. Before you bail someone out or tell them, oh, come live with me, understand that you could have that person living with you for the next year and a half. I've got people like that. They can't get rid of them. They can't get them out of the house without evicting them. And I have one person who let somebody live in the house. They shared pictures of what the house looked like. They let them move into a spare in-law suite that they had. Felt really bad. The person was going to be homeless. Never volunteered to help financially. Did not get a job in the entire year plus they lived there. And then they showed pictures. Trashed the place. Livid, furious they were asked to move out after a temporary couple of month thing turned into a year and a half. Trashed. I mean, it was disgusting. Okay? And Leo, that's what I'm thinking here. Before you jump in, and Leo has a big heart. Leo really does have a big heart. I love Leos. My oldest son is a Leo. I'm Leo rising. We always want to help. We always want to be good examples. We really do. Underdogs for a reason. Okay? Before you bring them in your house, before you hand them a big chunk of money and loan them, never loan money that you can't afford to give. That's my best advice for lending money. Okay, if you can't afford to give it, don't lend it. I've got women who lend the damn mortgage check or the rent check or like, what were you doing? If you can't afford to have your car gone, lost in an accident, don't let anybody else drive your car. If you can't afford to fix that car, replace that car, don't let anybody drive your car. Don't. And don't bring someone into your home. Really, in this case, please ask yourself how they got in that situation. And if you're just enabling, they're learning nothing. Okay? Good. No. You're strong Leo. Erica, you're a strong Leo. I'm a strong Leo. Leo rising. But no, not everyone's a soft touch. But this is going to be something where it's like, let me help, let me do, let me give, poor guy, oh my God, poor person. No, not poor person. Poor Leo. That's how that's going to play out. Okay? Cancer? Cancer. All right. 2 of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands reversed. The Tower, Judgment reversed. Temperance reversed. Okay. Well, money getting better. The 2 of Pentacles reversed is an end to money juggling. School, education, Knight of Wands, hard work, busy. Financially, things are okay. School, moving forward. It's almost like there's 2 separate readings going on. The Tower, chaos. Judgment reversed. Temperance reversed. All right? That Knight of Wands reversed is the problem, Cancer. You know, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. I'm thinking this is Cancer running with something, right? And not paying attention to the details. Things out of balance, lack of good judgment, the Tower. So busy, rush. What happens when we rush? What happens when we're rushing around, right? You know, we see it, carrying a load of dishes, rush, we drop the dishes. That's a good analogy. You know, you're going to start dropping shit because you can't, it's too much. All right, slow down. The Knight of Wands upright is fine. It's creative energy. It's you know, moving forward, you know, efficiently and with knowledge. And again, the knowledge card is there. And I'll use my son Roy as an example, because there he is off to college. He's off to a great start financially. All that's been taken care of. He's studying college. Knight of Wands reversed. Ah ha ha. That's the problem. Baseball's already starting in terms of, you know, pre-practices and scheduling. I know he's busy. I know he's really enjoying college life already with the team. What's going to happen if he doesn't pay attention to that schoolwork? He gets too busy with other things. Luckily, I've already talked to his coach. I already made him aware of the fact. The Tower, judgment, temperance, out of control, lack of good judgment. Won't go anywhere good. For you, Cancer, this is a card of slow it down. You're going a million miles an hour. You hit a rough patch. You hit a grease slick with the car. That's not good. Okay? Slow it down. Your intentions are good. The energy is good. But you're going too fast. Okay? All right, Gemini. The Eight of Swords. The Five of Cups. The King of Wands reversed. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers and the Four of Wands reversed. So this is Gemini. So talking about things conjunct, and with that reading I just gave Cancer, conjunct Gemini, this would be Gemini feeling the regret and being bound to memories, sad memories, regrets. Why? Because went too fast. Something or someone was going too fast. Maybe Gemini, you were going too fast. But there's a financial loss to this. It's affecting the happiness in the home. And the Lover's card is a saving grace here. But this is either memories and regrets bringing down the house. It's being bound. I mean, the Eight of Swords is literally being bound. Okay? What are you bound to? Right here. The Five of Cups. Right? Crying over spilt milk. Regrets. The Knight of Wands reversed. I talked about Knight of Wands moving too fast. King of Wands reversed. Okay? Totally preoccupied with these regrets. So it's literally being bound by your regrets. Being bound by woulda, coulda, shoulda. Whether it's financial, and look, there is a financial component. Looks like there is it's bringing down the house. The Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Wands upright, happy cohabitation. The people that love you are going to love you, Gemini. No one's abandoning you. You're just not helping yourself at all. All right, and not that different than Libra, where it's time to get out of Dodge. You know, make a big change. Gemini, you're another air sign. You're the airiest of the air signs. And in fact, if you think about it, all three air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, speak to regrets, speak to the need to make changes. Here again, it's in your head. Gotta shift up your head. Gotta find a way to cut those bonds to the memories and let them go. And it's probably too soon. You're probably not ready for that yet. Let the people that love you help you out with that. Let them take you away. Let them do nice things for you. Spend time with people that care for you. And shift it up. You've got to shift the energy, Gemini. All right, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Well, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Empress reversed, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Hey. Well, the Nine of Pentacles is the first card, and that is hard work paying off financially, okay? Ace of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Cups. You know, the problem is, and I hear it a lot, people who are so tired, they'd like to leave, they'd like to do something different, they're bored. Ace of Wands reversed, nothing new creative. You know, the Eight of the Cups reversed. That can be a homesickness card, by the way, but it's also the I can't leave card. Why? Because you're making so much money. The thing about being at a job 20, 25 years, you're at the top of your pay scale, usually, I hope, and it's not that easy to start over in a new job, new career, bottom line, you know, entry level position. You know, when you've been working and you've been making, you know, 6 figures or, you know, whatever, on the high end of your scale, to start over fresh, new, different, unless you're retiring, you know, and this is going to be something you're going to do for fun, it's not that easy to go into like a entry level salary. And that's what I'm seeing here for Taurus, is this idea that I'm doing really well. Do I want to rock the boat? Now, and the Knight of Pentacles has even more money coming in. Where is there issues? Empress reversed and the Seven of Wands. And the Empress reversed, the Seven of Wands, would be stress, competition, conflict. You know what? You just, it would affect the home. It would affect your security. The Empress is all about security, abundance. She's the sister to the High Priestess. The Empress, however, deals with the material world. It deals with things like, oh, I don't know, food and shelter and abundance and having enough to eat and having enough and being healthy, right? The High Priestess, her sister, is dealing with dreams and visions and intuition and emotions. But the Empress is like, now let's talk about stuff you need. It's a very earthy card. It's a very Taurus card, frankly. Very Taurus. And Taurus is saying, whoa. Okay, before I get all carried away, you know, want to be going bored, I mean, find something else to do, find a new hobby, go on a vacation, but I'm not walking away from, you know, money's coming in. Why would I walk away from this? Now, it could be that you're getting pressure at home to move, relocate, and a lot of people are like, I'm not ready to retire, and until I'm ready to retire, I'm not moving. Because this is where the job is, this is where the money is. And I've had a few people that took relocations thinking they'd find a job, and they're not making Connecticut money in a place that still has Connecticut bills or Connecticut real estate prices. And now they're stuck in a place where it's like, damn, the houses are expensive here too. The taxes are low, or this is better, or that's better, the climate's better, but the prices are still high. I can't afford to buy here any more than I could afford to buy in Connecticut. And there's no availability, you know? So it's that kind of thing. It's like common sense stuff. You know, you don't kill the goose when it's laying golden eggs. That's how I would sum that up for Taurus. Right? Goose is laying golden eggs. That's when you don't eat goose that night. Okay, you let it keep laying golden eggs. Aries. All right, Aries. We have the Seven of Cups reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Star. The Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, Wands, Swords, Wands, Five of Wands, sorry. And the Hermit reversed. Okay. So Aries, the Seven of Cups reversed. That is thinking with common sense. The Seven of Cups upright, I'll show you the card. Seven of Cups upright is delusional thinking, daydreaming, the effects of drugs and alcohol, dementia, you know, really delusional thought. But it's reversed. Aries is not doing that. Aries is making common sense decisions. And I guess Aries is kind of, I'm looking at the Hermit reverse, choosing to be alone, and the Nine of Cups, keeping their emotions to themselves, keeping their thoughts to themselves, you know, not necessarily putting it out there. I love the Star. Speaks to good luck and success. Now, the Nine of Swords is guard is up. The Five of Wands is competition, stress, usually stress in the marketplace, and Aries is like, I don't want any part of that. I'd rather be alone. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going into the workforce like that. I'm not going into that kind of a situation. I'm making common sense decisions. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight. Throw another card here. Ace of Cups. Love that. Six of Cups reversed. And the Three of Cups. You know, this is Aries, and I'm going to say this being selfish. Now, unfortunately, the shadow side of Aries is selfishness. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. They are the baby of the zodiac, and, you know, babies are very needy. This is Aries saying it's not needy when you're just trying to meet your needs. Okay? I know what I want. I know I don't want to fight. I don't want to compete. I don't want conflict. I don't want to have my guard up all the time. I don't want to. I'd rather be alone. I don't want to be with people that make me feel that way. Unhappiness under the roof. The Six of Cups reversed. You know, you're not arguing with this. You're also not discussing it. This is not for any friend or your whoever you're partnered with or whoever you're living with. I'm not dealing with this. I'm making a decision, and I'm making it based on what's best for me. What's going on right now. Not in a futuristic sort of, well, in 10 years when we retire. No. 10 years may or may not come. Right? Right now. What's going to make me comfortable? What's going to make me happy? What's going to make me love my life? The Ace of Cups. Aries is a very loving sign. Aries is big heart, man. Aries and, you know, the fire signs are big-hearted people. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. These are crazy, passionate signs. If you take the passion out of their life, whether it's artistic passion, passion for family, passion for home, Aries does everything, and the fire signs do everything with passion. It's what moves them. It's what gets them up in the morning. And this is Aries saying that, you know what? I'd rather figure this out for myself, because no one can give me information. No one can tell me what's best for me. I know what's best for me. Am I being needy? No. Not being needy. I'm meeting my needs because nobody else is. Because nobody else is. That Hermit reversed. That Six of Cups reversed. Nobody else is putting me first. I'm putting me first. Well, guess what, guys? We all got to do that. You're not being selfish. We all got to do that. You can be uncomfortable. No one has perfect days. No, there's no perfect job. But what you allow is what will continue. And if you don't put yourself first, you'll just be resentful all your life. You know, you'll just be resentful and angry, and eventually, you know, that hangman reversed. I wasted all this time. Every time I sit with women that stayed in bad marriages, men too, that card always comes up. I'm like, you're just focusing on all the wasted time. Absolutely I am. Why the fuck did I stay for 20 years? Why did I do that? Kids didn't benefit the kids. It really didn't. They would have been fine. Didn't benefit me. Didn't benefit anything. Now it's 20 years later. I'm 20 years older. It's 20 years harder. Right? And this is Aries saying no to all that. No. I'm taking care of myself, not in 10 years. And we often have people try to pacify us. Well, if you just wait, you know, you'll get your promotion. You know, this person's going to retire. When are they going to retire? Decade? Huh? Come on. It's like Prince Charles waiting to become King of England. I mean, you know, he waited a while for that, right? Good for him. Look how old he is. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just, that's the energy here for Aries. You know, it's time is just like that, whoever it was I talked about with Father Time. You know, it's time to get moving. Sagittarius, the other fire sign. You know, it's time. Get moving. Doesn't wait. Time waits for no one. All right. Yes, I'm preaching. I am. It's true. All right. Anyway, I'm losing my voice too. Guys, so tomorrow I have a fair going on. I have Pina, who's almost booked up because I talked to her about her in the newsletters. Now everyone wants to come in and see Pina. But she does have some openings at the end of the day. I have Sherry, who does an astrological Wheel of the Year spread. Hits every part of your life. It's a whole life reading, really good. And I have Christina coming back, who came back. All right? Christina does the Tree of Life Tarot. It's a very different reading. If you want something different, this might be what you're looking for. She gives you it. She writes out on paper, but it's the Kabbalah. It's the Tree of Life, and I was amazed by it. You know, all my readers have to audition, and this was something different. It's not so much prophetic. It's more, this is what's happening. And I can't explain it. But God, she hit on things that I was like, yeah, that's exactly what, you know, she said, well, I'm saying, like, that's exactly the direction I was thinking of going in. And she's describing me going in it and what would be happening. I mean, it was really cool. Relationships came up. I mean, things that I was like, wow, yeah, that's all stuff that and then how it was playing out. So I really was impressed by this reading. If you haven't had Christina read you, she does have availability. Consider that. If you want something different in a tarot reading, it's a tarot reading. I really recommend that. Okay, it's a good reading. All right? So that's who's here tomorrow. And everyone get some sleep. I'm going to take my own good advice. I'm going to go upstairs, have a bite to eat, and finish my coffee. Play with Orlando, who's probably furious right now that I have abandoned him all day long. I've been down here till, like I said, till 11 o'clock at night, Wednesday, Thursday, unpacking, doing all kinds of stuff, and not spending the time with my bird that I need to. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with this. I'm sorry it took so long to get it together. Maybe I should just start doing them downstairs, because this, not interrupted. We had a nice clear video. So it'll be uploaded to YouTube. China will do that for me. And thank you all. Everyone, take care. Please remember, if you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour, just slow it down a little bit, okay? Because this is crash time, and we don't want to do that, all right? Take care of yourself. Good night, and everyone behave. Talk to you later, all right? Bye, guys.